Guys are grinding away midway through day 2. Thank you for your attention and hard work, fellas and lady. So, little rubber band, guys, little radius. Putting the radius in place, and there's not much push pressure there, but it is a push. And so as I move this thing, there's a push back and a push through. So as I find this little radius, kind of tap, tap, and I choose some speed, you know, there's a ball that gets collected, moves, and goes. Thanks, pal. So a lot of times we see, you know, this kind of business rather than something where, okay, there's a mild push, and it doesn't take much to stretch that band out. You know, what do you notice about my stance, guys? Pretty narrow. Weight's a little left, handle's a little left. There's this mild push in this rubber band to find a radius. Let this ball get collected. Maybe add a bit more speed. Let the ball go to the green one. Now this is where I joke physics over feelings. So if I choose the right speed and apply the club reasonable, okay, right? So that was decent. So the ball can respond off the face and go, but there's no flicking, helping, scooping, and that's the hardest thing to get your head around. It's actually easier than you think, which I hate saying that because it's one of those things where, okay, put in this little bit. Hey, do me a favor, Anth, grab a chair for Chris, maybe a couple of those chairs there if you don't mind. You know, put that little bit of pressure in, leave it there. Now, you know, when you watch this, how much, like, it's not an independent whack with the hands right and left, is it? You know, there's some contributing factor of pushing and some motion in the hands, but when you watch this way a couple times, you know, okay, there's a little pressure, a little radius, getting the club off the ground, letting this radius collect the golf ball, letting the ball respond and go. Honestly, the hardest thing is stretching out to get another ball. Putting the hands on. See if I can do the little ladder in order here. Well, that counts in our contest. See if I can go green. Maybe a bit more energy. Go! Oh, too short. But all those golf balls respond off of a chosen tempo and swing length. And tomorrow when we kind of we're going to break into more specific pods, you'll realize in putting and these chipping that there's an important rhythm to this, and the rhythm is always the same, and it's really just a matter of how far this club goes back in the same rhythm and how this ball responds off it. So when you see that, you're like, okay, maybe that rubber band on the club helps illustrate some of this behavior. And I know some of you guys did a lot of chipping with Jim earlier, with Jim's team anyway. And so right now, there's obviously no contraption on me, but maybe you can kind of see that again, see it as I'm kind of putting that band in place, because that right now the band's still in place, and I'm going to move that band with a bit of speed and let the ball get inspired to move. And so post-impact, guys, and I spent some time with Brian, who I want to call Mark, but he's actually Brian, right? To where at any point right now, is there any pull? Am I pulling my arms toward me? No, and that's a big lesson for you guys. Like, I'd love for you to do this. In fact, I want to pick on Whit. Whit, can you be a sport here, brother? Come on up, pal. So, awesome. I appreciate it. Whit's like, you know, this is circle of trust. So notice how my feet are sort of in the red, Whit. And now you got ball options anywhere in the white, really, but let's just use the middle of the white. So feet kind of cuddle up against the white, golf balls in the red. What do you notice about my setup? I'm certainly not way far away from it, am I? Yeah, the club, I'm very, very close to it, on top of it almost, like, whoops. If I was to drop a ball from my big Serbian nose, my nose is a little left of the golf ball and darn near on top of the thing, okay? So come on in here, do your best. So feet in the red, almost cuddling the white. So that's pretty good right there, awesome. Now I know you don't have one, buddy, but could you be a little taller and feel like you can flex the rubber band to get the sole of the club to maybe just touch the grass lightly? Okay. Perfect, okay? So now you hold on to the club, and if I take you to this sort of finishing form over here, I would be able to come over to you, and I'd be like, no, stay there, you're good. I'd be able to push against you and you would not buckle. You'd have that mild push that would keep that rubber band taut over here. And so we did that with enough speed, the ball would get hit because that would make the ball respond, the ball would go. Now it's a matter of him choosing how much energy he needs. Some basic setup things on this is narrow stance, weight a little left, handle a little left, putting in this little bit of push, a little bit of push back, a little bit of push through, and let's see if a ball responds and where it goes. And miss away or hit a good one, doesn't really matter. Either way, hold your finish. Just whatever one you hit, tell me you're aimed for that one.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, good. Now I'm not even looking. Oh, good. No, you did fine. That was nice. Okay, good. Put that radius. You did great. Do it again. Okay, good. Now start to figure out your arms. Push, push, push. See how that push can gently touch the ground, kind of like, you know, gentle touches of the sole of the golf club to the green stuff. Don't move. So he did amazing. Okay. Now I don't know if the ball's responding off the face and going where it wants it to go, but that's something you acquire through having decent that's something you acquire by having decent contact and then sort of acquiring, all right, well, I felt that's what that felt like and the ball responded, okay? So way to go, man. Give it a little clap to Whit. Now, who was it, what, you can have a seat, Whit, good stuff. One of y'all said I'm a spastic chipper or pitcher. Who was that? It really needed chipping and pitching work? Was it Chris? I can't remember. Chris, come on up, buddy. So he's a pretty good golfer, obviously, 5 point something index, right? So wait a second, let me break out my little, pretty good golfer, right? So put your good hands on there. Stand that golf club up. You don't have a big Serbian nose, so you're at a disadvantage. But get close, get your feet close together, get on top of this thing. That looks perfect. Find as though you're pushing that rubber band taut that only then flexes the green stuff. Okay, see if you can, with rhythm, collect the ball and see where it goes. Just put something in your data bank. Okay. Now, what do you notice about the finish, guys? See how it got all kind of soft right here? That's the challenge, brother, okay? The challenge is to, I'm going to show you a secret. Put your good hands on it, okay? Take this from down here and stand straight up to here. Good, perfect, okay? Good, you keep your hands on it. Now I'm going to put your hands a little farther up. I'm going to put your arms a bit together. And then I'm going to show you what one of my coaches taught me. Got your good hands on it? Good. So I'm going to push, and you're going to gently resist. Easy? Now you're going to keep your hands between your chest and this club head. So if I walk that way, you just pace me in my walk. Very good. Perfect pacing. Excellent. Is that what his follow through looked like a second ago? It didn't, did it? Okay, there was a stall flip. So he's got a situation of feelings over physics. I want him to have physics over feelings. So the physics is the push, and no matter what you're doing, like if I move this club at a different rate, I'll show you as an example. I take another wedge, and I've got my mitts on the golf club, and I have my physics over feelings, and here's my push, and I move that club. See how there's a little ziggy-zaggy from the club in my hands? I'm not, right? There's a little rhythm in that thing, and the club can and the ball can respond to that. So as I go, okay, find this radius, tap, 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 and I look at this first hula hoop, and I energize this a little bit, so that ball responds. It's 50-degree club, doesn't go that high, but it goes where it goes, right? Now, can we put this radius in, Chris, and just see if we can't keep that push, and just see if we can't keep it in till the finish, and see how a ball responds. So, good hands, weight a little bit left, maybe handle just a tick more left. Find your radius from there to the sole of the club, and you're as tall as you can be there to there. Now push through that grass and hold your finish as you push through the grass. Push. Good. Push, push, push. Don't move. Don't move. See, you want to get soft, right? Don't. Come on. Push. Now I'm going to let you look like a tour pro here in a little while. Look all cool after you hit these pitch shots. Once you can put a radius in enough where the ball responds reliably off it. Does that make sense, you guys? No pulling, changing the radius dimension. Because you're set up perfect. The physics should work, but when you get down to the golf ball, it's kind of coming out because the left arm gets a little soft. So push through this, push. Okay, don't move. Now you stay there. I'm going to hit the same shot. Same shot. How much follow through did I need, guys? I have a different lofted golf club, but did I need to do this? Do I need to accelerate from my hands to hit it? I don't. Okay, so let's try this again. So I'll get that a little close to you. There you go. Good. Set up to it for me. Setup can't be any better than that. Nice, perfect. Push your arms long to get that club to the tippy tips of the green stuff. Now I'm going to show you what these hands should feel like as they go through a ball. They should be feeling like they're thumbing down a little bit. So see how if the thumbing down, arms are what? Will tend to stay long. Yeah, they'll stay long. So through a golf ball, guys, if we're pushing, that's one way to feel it. If we're uncocking the hands downward, thumbing down, that's another way to manage the radius without something that you can't thumb down and cup a wrist at the same time. It's one or the other. So as we're pushing and thumbing down a little through these, we can have a radius that's pretty reliable. So miss one or hit one. See how you do. Handle a little bit more left. Okay, don't move. Okay, right, with traction. Right, so see what we got to work on. So I got to call, like, he's got post-traumatic chipping disorder. Okay, and that's okay. We recognize it and we fix it, right? Go sit down, you're good. Thank you, buddy. So he might benefit, guys, from something to where he has to feel this rubber band away from his midline to go, okay, there's a definite force I have to put in. And I'll look kind of mechanized doing this. Here's a force I have to put in. But I can have a ball respond off that face reliably with that mechanized looking robotic event. And I would suggest being that mechanized robotic event until the ball starts responding. So this is me, cozied up to it. I can put the ball in the middle of the white area. Feet cozy up to that. Weights a little left, feeling tallish, pushing down-ish, thumbing down, looking like a robot. But isn't the ball sort of responding the same way every time? Then I can choose a stroke length. But if you don't know that sense of push and how these hands work, they don't work this way. They work more that way, down. I would say that my thumbs are very down at address, and nothing about my thumbs is going to come up. So both thumbs are sort of on top of the club, one's to the top right, one's to the top left. And as I'm pushing through this, they're both what? Down. Nothing's flicked up and nothing's retracted. So you see a theme in that? We do this contest tomorrow. You're going to do the Olympics and somebody's going to win the grand prize. And it's an individual contest. We're going to set this up and we're going to see when the tunes are on and it's 5 balls, we're going to see all kinds of this. When we're going to go, okay, we're going to see these. And a lot of prayer going on rather than just the physics of how a ball can respond off the club and go. So these shots, guys, you have a choice. We always call it a hierarchy. I'll just repeat it quickly. Whenever you can get a putter on it, putt it. Why? It's easy to hit the equator of a golf ball with a flat putter. So if you're near the green on closely mown turf, putt the thing. Now when you have to fly a little bit of it and you've got some room for the ball to roll, then we introduce a chip. A chip is a ball that rolls more than it flies. So I might say, okay, I have a 50-degree club. I don't chip with an 8-iron traditionally. I chip with my, lob wedge, sand wedge, or 50 most of the time. So if I was to hit sort of maybe to, that ball that's, what's that, 18 yards from here, maybe 20 yards. Here's me hitting a little bump and run with my mechanics. Bumpy, pushy mechanics. Trundling through that, not a bad shot. So that would be a ball, if that was closely mown, it would roll more than it flies. Now, a pitch shot would be something that would go more toward the right pin over there. So if I land this I won't land this on the green, but here's a pitch shot to that green. How much follow through did I need? I hit it too far. Was that a whole bunch of this to make it go there? No, it wasn't. And so again, guys, is this ball going very high when I pitch it? It's not. Weights left, structure's in place, there's a push. That push is in there. When I change direction, the club doesn't want to change direction. What's that called, you guys? Lag, you know it. The ball responds and goes, okay? Whoops. So I could choose another club, something with a bit more loft. So now I'm into pitch shots. What was the difference between chipping and pitching, really? Not much. What, pardon? Question? Well, hands are forward chipping. So here's me hitting a wee chip. Yeah, more energy. Bigger swing. Ball's going to fly more than it rolls. Now this one's a 60, so it'll launch a little higher, but not a ton. How much follow through did I have? Did I have a lot of head down follow through? No. So you see, there's a theme in this for a lot of you guys. There's some width and radius control that's reliable. And I want you guys to realize that, because a lot of people are going to stand there all loosey-goosey like, because they're supposed to be soft and noodly arms, right? There's all kinds of shit about the golf swing that people talk about. Noodly arms? I don't know. Okay. How about just kind of organized, reliable events that make a ball go, whatever that is. If I do that long enough, it might feel really comfortable to me, and I might say, I feel pretty relaxed. You need to be more relaxed, Mark Bryan. You know what I'm saying? So Mark Bryan says to me, but coach, I feel tension. And I say, I feel tension too. I feel this awesome tension to chip, to pitch it right into Brian's hat. Oh, sorry, B. Little bladed at Brian's hat. Made him duck. So here's over the green, short of his feet. Or into his man parts almost. But you guys can start to see how you can let a ball respond and go, and then through that you build some familiarity with how the ball rockets off the face. Okay, and then what's the last shot, guys? If you putt it, or chip it, or pitch it, what's the next one? This one. A little trickier. A shot where you're purposely deflecting it a little higher and softer. It's the last shot on the hierarchy of shots you want to choose, because it's the most unpredictable. You played a lot of good golf, Don. And you got to hit a flop shot. You're like, okay. But you know why you're okay? Because it's your only shot. And you man up and you do your best. Sometimes it's nice to be presented only one shot. Why? It's the only shot you can hit. So you suck it up and you do it. And oftentimes you do a pretty good job, I think. Now, when you have all kinds of options, guess what? That's problematic for a lot of people, isn't it? Oh, I could hit a variety of shots here. Then there's no decision really made. So I'd say to you, make a decision. Are you getting good at bump and runs? Great. Okay, a chip shot. Are you decent at pitching the golf ball? Can you deflect it and hit a flop shot? So what I want you guys to do, we've got a little ways before we go play. I want you guys to get good at this station one group at a time. I want you guys to realize that we're going to have the tunes on tomorrow afternoon, and you're going to have 5 balls, and you'll be like literally the first shots from here to there, and we'll have the baskets set up kind of similar. And it gets pretty damn spazzy when the contest gets going, when we're looking for this kind of pushy pressure and collection and a response. And then if you want to, you be a big shot. The last one's 5 points, right? So energizing this radius for the ball to respond, and for hopefully to make 5 points. And I hit a little too hard, right? But it was a good crispy strike. And that's what I want you guys to have, is a sense of a good crispy strike with no manipulation. Questions? Are you seeing a theme in there, Chris, of maybe why this is something that bugs you a bit? Okay, because I see it pretty close to hitting good ones, bud. And you look good over it, and then all of a sudden it's a little, you let the air out of the balloons almost. Those kitty balloons that the dude blows up and bends into like the horn of plenty, and you wear it on your head? That thing? What's that? You want to? Yeah, right? So I know, right? The guy's like, have another drink, right? So if you have structure, guys, and you start to realize, okay, there's my balloons, these 2 blown up kitty balloons, and they have some tensile strength to them, and they can be transported. Now the ball responds and away it goes. Okay, Pam, one more try with you. Come on up, girl. Come on. Last I pick on you. I promise. Hands together for Pam. I promise. Okay. So golf ball, let me give you a good lie. Golf ball in the white somewhere. So if I put a golf ball back here, guys, maybe I'd hit it a little lower. If I put it a little bit more forward, maybe go a little higher. But if it's kind of in the middle, there's neutral. And if my feet are cuddly in the red, but sort of in the whites, I'm in a good spot. So let's see you narrow stance. Feel like you again, you don't have the benefit of a big Serbian nose, but get on top of the ball. Okay. Now she's all like pigeon-toed in that way. Good, good, good. And you can grip down the club a wee bit. Okay. Good. Club off the ground. Remember, rubber band, doing, 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 right? Push, push, push. Yeah, and then you're going to keep pushing all the way to here, and that'd be great. So if you miss or hit one and you get to here, you win, because I can come over and I can check you, and you're like, I did it right. Pretty soon you'll get a rhythm for that. See how you do. Wait a little left. Push, 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 push to that little finish form. See how you manage. Okay, good try. So that was good. Now commit to sticking your finish, even if you run into the ground a little bit behind the ball. Okay. I'll put a ball sort of in the middle of the white area. Find your radius that isn't pushed into the ground much. You look like you're pushing a little hard right now. Okay, get a little taller so you're not quite there. You go. Narrow that stance up a tick. Lovely. Wait a little left. Hold your finish no matter what. Okay, good try. Good stuff. So what's happening here? What do you hear, guys? You hear a little thud? A little, yeah, okay. So that's fine. So let's do this. Let's do this. That's great. Set up with a little narrow stance for me. Okay, good. Weight a little bit more left. Handle a little bit more left. Let's give you a little something to miss on the way to the ball, right? So lean a little bit more left. Good. Pushy, pushy. Miss that thing on the way back to that ball and hold your finish. Who's the stud now? Who's the stud now, right? So we just kind of inspired her. Instead of, there's the feelings part, right? We put in a, oh shit, I got to miss that wall Marty just put there. There's the physics part. Got the club to be a little bit more ball turf instead of helpy. And everybody tries to do that helpy bit. Everybody. Then you got to overwhelm that tendency to say, I can be a little bit more left. I can let the club have a little bit more downward touch. That's not going to stick in the ground, guys, because once we rotate and stand up a bit, it's like the kamikaze pilot kind of touching and standing back up again, okay? So guys, let's get into the coaching part. Thanks for watching. Good job, girl. Awesome. Hey gang, thanks for watching my YouTube channel. Remember, hit the like button. If you're not a member, click subscribe and share it with your friends. And don't forget, we got a lot of elevated, awesome content at TS Plus. You can check out that link below.